Well, hi there. I hope everybody's having a lovely holiday season. Happy Christmas to all. Tonight, we are going to tell one of my favorite Christmas stories. Now, some of y'all might know this as the Nutcracker or the Nutcracker Ballet, but what we're telling is the Nutcracker and the Mouse King. Now, that's important, y'all.
That overloaded sleigh? Why, it's a metaphor. One you're living. But don't worry, fake Cola makes the burden sparkle. Sip deeply and remember, buying more isn't just festive, it's expected. The goats know their job. Do you? Buy a fake Cola today.
Now, without any further ado, let's begin our story. There are houses where Christmas is a quiet thing, a modest thing. And then there is the Staubum house, where Christmas bursts like a carnival left out in the cold too long. Everything glitters so brightly, you almost don't notice the shadows crowding the corners. Tonight, Clara notices. Guests drift through the rooms like ornaments shaken loose from a tree. Gold light spills across polished floors. Ribbons shine too brightly. The sweets taste a little too sweet. Laughter is just a bit too sharp. Clara, at 12 going on 23, moves through it all like a girl on the edge of a fairground ride. Half child, half something else. Unsure whether she wants to jump off or lean in and feel the whirl. Her brother Fritz is already a menace with a drum. Her parents entertain the guests with anxious pride of politicians selling a lie. And then the front door creaks open. Herr Drosselmeyer slips in, trailing a winter draft that tastes of grave dirt and clothes. His coat eats the light, folds swallowing him whole. His spectacles catch the lamplight like two moons you dare not wish upon. The children adore him, but they adore the storm too, and fear. Clara thinks is the only honest way to greet a man who courts the hours and winds up shadows for company. Tonight, though, something ferments in him. A mirth threaded with mourning, a solemnity that tastes like a dare. He bows too long, rising slow as a secret, his gaze raking over Clara's face, lingering just where it shouldn't. My dear Clara, he draws, voice syrupy and dangerous as a lullaby in a stranger's mouth. You've ripened. The world will come hunting for you soon. Clara blinks. The words prickle her skin like a fever. Her mother's hands clamp on her shoulder, polite but desperate, as if warding off a hex. Drosselmeyer's smile splits wider, a wound opening in the dusk, as though he said nothing at all. He unveils his presence with the theatrical flair of a magician who has been banned for excessive panache. First, the clockwork castle that sings. Second, the mechanical owl that judges everyone silently. And third, save for last, a nutcracker. Not a pretty one. Not the painted, jolly-faced kind that looks... This one looks carved in a hurry. Its face is stern, its teeth sharp, its eyes deep-set and strangely mournful. Its wooden body is warm to the touch, uncomfortably warm. Clara is drawn to it immediately. He's different, she murmurs. Drosselmeyer nods, his pleasure too private, too knowing. All guardians worth the wanton awe. He leans in, breath brushing her ear, and Clara feels a flutter low in her belly, a sensation with no name but danger. All gifts have a price, Clara, he whispers, voice like velvet dragged through a graveyard. Keep him close, or the night itself might come claim you both. She swallows hard, throat dry as bone dust. Why? His grin tilts, sly and broken. Because stories are hungry, my darling. They feast on the ones who won't play their part.
We interrupt with a deeply disturbing report on this December 20th, this evening, 1968. Authorities in Vallejo, California have confirmed the murder of two local high school students in what officials fear may be the work of a deranged and highly dangerous killer. The victims, discovered in a parked vehicle alongside Lake Herman Road, appear to have been attacked without warning. Police describe the scene as chaotic and perplexing. No clear motive, no sign of struggle, and no immediate leads. The randomness of the violence has sparked mounting concern among residents. Investigators warn that this killer may strike again, though conflicting reports have left the public uncertain and afraid. Some witnesses described hearing gunshots. Others claim they saw a vehicle fleeing the area at high speed. Authorities urge vigilance, but admit that the lack of solid evidence makes forming a suspect profile extremely difficult. Rumors are already circulating of a serial assailant, though officials caution against speculation. Still, the brutality of the murders shocks the nation.
The way he says stories, like a preacher saying sin, makes her shiver, as if they're alone in a world built only for secrets and debts. Later, when the guests are full of punch and gossip, Clara sneaks away to the parlor where the tree glows alone. The Nutcracker sits in her lap, heavy and oddly graceful. She studies his face. The longer she looks, the more she swears the shadows shift beneath his carved brows. Not frightening, no. Something else. Something that makes her breath slow a little, like she's listening to a secret whispered from far behind her. She brushes dust from his cheek. He seems to lean into a touch. The moment lingers, syrupy and forbidden, a shiver of want, a whisper of the uncanny. It is impossible, yes, but the hunger beneath the wood, beneath her own skin, makes her doubt what that word even means. The clockmaker appears again, quiet as a well-oiled hinge turning in a hush. His shadow stretches long across the parlor, swallowing the lamplight. Clara sits curled in a wing-back chair, the Nutcracker heavy in her lap. Every muscle of her young body strung tight with anticipation, and something else she cannot yet name. He lingers in the doorway, his presence a cold draft from a crypt, and regards her with eyes glinting gold beneath the spectacles. There's a fondness yet, but a fondness that aches with hunger, the kind that wants and waits and never tells you quite what it's after. You've taken to him, Drosselmeyer murmurs, his voice thick as molasses poured slow. It curls around her warm and dangerous. Clara nods, embarrassed by the warmth rising in her chest, something feverish, unclean, and sweet. He feels important. Drosselmeyer's smile cracks the dark like molten gold. Oh, he is. And because of that, let me whisper a truth most folks are too scared to taste. Clara's pulse thrums. Longing, dread, anticipation threaded together like tangled vines. The world you see tonight, he sweeps an arm at the glittering parlor, is a painted skin. Midnight will peel it, slow and tender, until you see what rides beneath. Don't run when it does. Run from what? He taps the Nutcracker's head, almost lovingly, almost cruelly. Of what wants you, Clara? Before she can breathe, he is gone again, leaving her alone with the heat of his words and the darkness between them. Midnight hums through the clock's brass bones. The room stretches, the shadows breathe. The Nutcracker stirs in her arms. Clara holds him tighter and feels for the first time the very faint and foreign sensation of being held back. The Christmas tree towers overhead like a forest coming alive. The walls tilt. The toys tremble. And then, from somewhere beneath the floorboards, a scratching, a skittering, a slow, deliberate gnawing that sounds like far too many small teeth working together. Clara's heartbeat swells in her ears. The Nutcracker's wood feels hot, almost fevered. She whispers, "Please don't leave me." Whether she means the toy or the moment, she isn't sure. But she feels she can hear the shadows whisper. So. Now I hope y'all enjoyed that tale. Tomorrow we will be reading Act 2 of The Nutcracker and the Mouse Cake. I hope to see you then. Stay warm, folks.